Welcome to another production of Park TV 16 Sports on Location. We are broadcasting from the McQuinn Athletic Complex on the campus of Benilde St. Margaret's, bringing you Metro West Conference boys soccer featuring the St. Louis Park Orioles coming in. And that's not an accident. They are 10-0-0, taking on their Cross Highway 100 rivals, the Benilde St. Margaret Red Knights, that come in with a 4-5-1 record. I am Robert Christensen, glad you're with us. And this promises to be a great rivalry matchup when Benilde plays St. Louis Park in just about any sport of either gender. Throw out the record books. Both these players, the players on both these teams obviously know each other very well. And we are about to begin here. If you're with us earlier, we were bringing you girls varsity soccer, West Metro Conference rivalry. The girls played each other. Benilde won 3-1. As we look at the goaltender for St. Louis Park, his name is Luis Benitez Matias, just a ninth grader. And there you're looking at the goaltender for Benilde, the captain senior Lewis Hyde, number 42. Benilde is coached by Dave Plott and Paul O'Connor, and the head coach for the St. Louis Park Orioles is William Chato Alvarado. And we are about to begin in Benilde in their customary home red uniforms. St. Louis Park in white with black numbers on the left. I am excited to see this St. Louis Park team play as they come in 10-0. We are about to begin here as the officials come out. Looking at the St. Louis Park wins, they beat Hopkins 2-0. Then Wayzata 3-2, East Ridge 2-0. Robbinsdale Armstrong 1-0. New Prague 4-0. Chaska 4-2. Bloomington Kennedy 2-1. Robbinsdale Cooper 6-2. Blake 1-0. That would have been a great matchup. And then Bloomington Kennedy just last Thursday 3-2. This is their third to the last game of the regular season, taking on Benilde. Then they go to Chanhassen and then Minneapolis Washburn. And we're about to begin, and that is number 5 for St. Louis Park. Kicking it off, Nick Figueroa, a senior forward, and we're off and running here at McQuinn Athletic Complex, and that's number 10 with it, Hans Bacchus. Now back out. And taken over by St. Louis Park, and right away they look very quick, and that ball goes out of bounds. And a corner kick right off the bat for the Red Knights. Over to do the honors is number 10, Hans Bacchus, the junior, as they set up quickly. And instead of kicking it towards the goal, they do a short kick and a nice give and go, and Bacchus aims it towards the net, and it overshoots the entire group of players trying to get down there. Now on the near side, that is number 6 for Benilde, Andres Jimenez. And now the Orioles will take over their first possession on the near side. That is number 16, Bennett Kunami. And now number 15 with it, Nicholas Pantazidas. Ball comes over to the Benilde side, and controlling it are the Orioles as they come across and ahead. Nice pass to number 16, Bennett Kwame. Kwame now with it. He tries to set up, centering pass intended there for number 7, Mohammed. Comes back out to midfield, played there by Pantazidas. Now number 6 with it for the Orioles is Thomas Nizer, the freshman, and now kicked by number 26, Thomas Salamzada. Now on the far side, St. Louis Park controlling early, and we have a whistle. And I wonder if that didn't cross the end line there. And I believe it did, as we come up with a goal kick. And now our first look at Lewis Hyde, the senior goaltender, number 42, and he'll prink it over to the near side to number 19. That's Nick Berlage, a junior. Quick passing by the Red Knights. They come in with a 4-5-1 record. When we have a break, we'll have a chance to break that down, see where those losses and wins came from. I know they're undefeated in the conference, so this is a big game for both these teams that are undefeated in the conference. And now at midfield, that is number 10, Hans Bacchus, and his pass is intercepted by the Orioles in the middle of the field. And now trying to play it again, Nick Figueroa. And now the Orioles have it on the near side. That is number 16 for the Orioles, Bennett Kwame. Nice move there in the middle by number 6 for the Orioles. Again, that's Thomas Nizer. I hope I'm pronouncing his name right now. That's number 11, Alexander Ruiz-Shimada. Ruiz, I should say. Now played there for the Red Knights, number 7, Jason LaRue, senior. Lights on here, 7 o'clock. Beautiful, balmy night in St. Louis Park here. I'm Robert Christensen, glad you're joining us. This promises to be one of the great matches of the year in the Metro West Conference, and the Orioles now throw it in. No shots on goal by either side, just underway here. Just a few minutes into the match. Now come the Orioles on the near side, and a scoring chance. Centering pass misses, and the ball comes all the way back up, but the Orioles still control, and there's a shot on net, and it goes way over. He actually doinks off the upright. He could be a Chicago Bear kicker, but in this case, he just overshoots the goal, and there's a great replay right off the the goaltender, Lewis Hyde, having a little fun with that, putting his hands up if it was going to go through the uprights as he kicks it off and gets it way out there to midfield. Missing on the header was Ronan Brew, the senior captain. Now being played by Backus, over to number 5, Figueroa. They figure to be very involved in the offensive end for the Red Knights here at home. And that centering pass gets over the goal crease and will go out of bounds, and that will result in a goal kick. As we look at the replay there, it's number 11, Ronan Brew. Just sails over, intended there. Looks like that was for number 2, Mason Gillian. We were broadcasting his sister. Now to do the kick instead of the goaltender, that's number 20, Grady Gonda, senior defender, and he gets it way out there. I can see why they have him doing that. He kicked that a good 60 yards in the air, folks. Now that is number 6 for the Red Knights, Andres Jimenez. And that lead pass gets through, and a chance for the Red Knights. And the shot goes just wide of the goaltender and the left goalpost and out of bounds. So great opportunity there for the Red Knights, as they look good here early on, just underway. We look at the replay, and just eludes the goaltender there, but he had a good angle. Had it been on target, he certainly would have had a chance to block it. Now for the Orioles, that is number 8, Andrew Nizer. Or Knizer, I don't know if that K is silent or not. Now pass up there to Nizer once again. Nice crisp playing, passing by both sides early on. And that is number 20 on defense, Nels Berkelin, also a senior defender for the Red Knights. Results in a throw-in on the far side. That's Nizer once again. In the middle, nice pass up to number 7. For the Orioles, Mohammed. Now back to number 8, that is Andrew Knizer. So 2 Knizers, a senior, that's Andrew, and Thomas, the freshman. Nice moves there. Now to number 8, that is Andrew Knizer. Andrew, number 8, working the middle, being guarded closely there by number 21, Sam Siegelhorn, the senior. Now pass over to the near side. That is Bennett Kwame. Kwame now, left-footed kick, shot right on goal. Hyde with the save. So good chance there for the Orioles, but nice save by Hyde, and we are at 33.5 minutes to go, and here's that replay by Kwame with the left leg, and he got some good velocity on that ball. A little bit of a knuckler. Hyde had to knock it down. There was some movement on that ball. Now playing it for the Red Knights, that's number 21, Sam Siegelhorn. And now pass to the near side, Nick Berlage. Berlage now. Centering pass, nobody home there for the Red Knights. Now intercepted by Knizer, back to his brother, Thomas. And nice interception by the Red Knights, number 5. 6, I should say. That is Jimenez, and the ball goes all the way back to the goaltender, Luis Benitez Matias, the freshman. Boots it out to midfield. Ball loose. Kwame, leading pass. gets it up there to number 11. That is Alexander Rouge-Shimada. And now Mohammed right on net, and Hyde easily handles it. And he'll throw it off to the right side. Here's that replay looking at Ruiz-Shimada. And Mohammed, the one-timer. And Hyde could look that in all the way. Good eye on the ball there. Never easy, especially with the lights coming in at that angle. They could play a role at some point. Balls are coming in at that trajectory. Now the pass, long pass, intended for number 10, I believe. That is Nicholas Riley for the Orioles. If I can read his number on that far side, they're little numbers and it's far away at night, sometimes hard to see. And going down are the Orioles, but no whistle. Play continues, and the Red Knights might have a chance. Leading pass there, a little too leading, intended for Mason Gillian, and he does catch up with it. Now gets it back to number 19, that is Berlage. Berlage blocked by number 8, Matthew Virginia. Or excuse me, number 8 is Andrew Knizer. And we're gonna have another corner kick, and they quickly get it in. And now that's kind of what they've done on their first 2 corner kicks, is kick it to an alternative player nearby the corner kick corner, for lack of a better phrase, and then they try to kick it in towards the goal. And now here on the near side, number 17 will throw it in, and we don't have a name for him on our program. Let's see if I can find it somewhere else. Number 17, that is Mason Bechet, a sophomore midfielder, as play continues. Already 10 minutes into the game, only 2 good shots on goal for the Orioles, none for the Red Knights. Early here, the second of a doubleheader match for Park TV 16 Sports. Again, glad you're with us, watching great soccer action. You can bet Benilde wants to put a blemish on that Oriole 10-0 perfect record. And the ball goes out of bounds, and the Red Knights will get a throw in. Ball comes up to the near side, and coming over was Andrew Knizer to block that out of bounds, but Red Knights retain possession, and that's number 19, Nick Berlage. Now the Orioles control at midfield. Bacchus on defense, on offense, that is Nicholas Riley for the Orioles. Riley now to the near side to Andrew Knizer. Knizer now to Kwame, number 16. Bennett Kwame working the near side, now to Andrew Knizer. Knizer, the senior, wheels it back around to number 26, Thomas Salamzada. And to the far side, and a little bit of lightning I just noticed up in the clouds. That may have an impact and a delay on the match. We'll have to see, although it did look more like heat lightning, cloud to cloud. I'm not much of a meteorologist, but I know that much. No rain, but it is in the forecast, and there is the chance of some thunderstorms popping up tonight here in St. Louis Park. It is a warm, humid evening, and I'm seeing more lightning. I don't know if you can see it on your TV screen or not, as the Red Knights now, and kicking it all the way back is Salamzada. Gets it back to the goaltender, Benitez Mateus. And St. Louis Park now boots it all the way down. And coming out, Hyde taking a big risk there in my estimation, and now they're trying to capitalize and fanning slightly on it as Hyde does get back, but that was a risky play there by 42. Lewis Hyde worked out well for him, and he boots it all the way down. Big leg by Hyde demonstrated there. Now that is number 6 for the Orioles. Again, Thomas Knizer, the freshman, not to be confused with his brother, Andrew Knizer, who is number 8. And the ball comes out of bounds. Orioles retain possession, and we have 28 minutes, 10 seconds to go here, first half. Throw in now by number 18, that's Jovan Dennison. I believe his sister was on the girls' soccer match earlier today against Benilde. Benilde girls winning 3-1, improving their record to 7-1-4 in the Metro West Conference. And now we have the guys here, both St. Louis Park and Benilde. No score here early on in the first half. Ball out of bounds, throw in for the Red Knights. They Nice angle there. That looks like that's number 7, Jason LaRue, the senior defender, gets it in. Leading pass ahead, intended for Mason Gillian. He loses it. Now the Orioles take possession, and there's a nice interception, a chance for Benilde. He can get by the guy defender. He's going to have a chance here. Centering pass is blocked, ball loose, out of bounds, and we're going to get another corner kick on the far side. We look at the replay. There is, it's number 11 for Benilde, Ronan Brew, the senior captain. I thought he might take a shot, but he tried to center it to Hans Bacchus. But coming in late there on defense to force the corner kick, and now we have a traditional corner kick low, blocked in front by the Orioles. Ball comes out, played by Andres Jimenez. Now Jimenez on the near side, being chased by Mohammed. Jimenez gets there first. Jimenez now, played by, I think that was Sam Siegelhorn. Now ball loose, number 16. Kwame goes out of bounds, and now Benilde plays it right away. That is number 2, Gillian. Now to number 19, Berlage. Taken away by the Orioles and clearing the zone all the way out to midfield, heading it there. Now gets by and a chance. Race for the balls. Hyde comes out and just saves a golden opportunity for the Orioles. Breaking away. And now ball back in the Orioles zone. Back and forth we go, and that kick way off the mark by Nick Figueroa, and that will result in a goal kick for the Orioles. Wow, great action here in this Metro West Conference. 10-0 St. Louis Park taking on Benilde St. Margaret's, undefeated in the Metro West Conference, but with a 4-5-1 record. And again, doing the honors instead of Matthias. So we are waiting, clock still running. First half, that is number 26, Thomas Salamzada, and he's got a big leg, folks. And there is some sort of delay. I wonder if it's not the lightning. Might.
There's been a lightning sighting.
Yep, there has been a lightning sighting, and that is going to delay things significantly. I'm not sure what the rule is, but usually they've got to wait a good period of time as we look at the sky, and there is that lightning. So I'm not sure if we're going to stay with the broadcast or wait this out. But there's another lightning strike, and there were thunderstorms in the forecast. I'm going to check my weather phone here, see if I can get any other type of information, whether this is going to stay with us for a while and cancel this match right now or not. Right now, my phone says mostly cloudy, 75 degrees.
The games are starting, there are a lot of activities going on at the same time. I'm not sure we gave you the starting lineup.
And the humidity is 73%, so we are in a delay. Paul, are we going to hang with us, or should we take a break? All right, so we're going to take a break early on, 25:30 to go, no score, and we are in a weather delay. Hang on and stay tuned.
What if being in recovery from a mental or substance use disorder was something we proudly showed the world? You might be surprised. Millions of people are in recovery, sharing hope, help, and support with family, friends, and community. Join the Voices for Recovery. For 24-hour free and confidential information and treatment referral for mental and substance use disorders for you or someone you know, call 1-800-662-HELP.
Park TV 16 Sports on location after a weather delay with lightning in the area. Here in the first half, we are about to begin or resume the first half, and we have 25 minutes and 30 seconds on the clock. The score is tied at 0. There was some heat lightning, I would say, that was east of here, and then they declared that it was more than 10 miles away. So after a 30-minute weather delay, there's still some fans here. Looks like a majority of them have stuck around, and we are about to begin, and we are underway with the kick from the goal by Thomas Salamzada, and now we are underway. So we'll see if this has any impact on the play. No rain, so the field is still good condition, And we should be good to go for the rest of the evening. We were looking out towards the western skies, and we can still see a little bit of the sunset here as we're approaching 8 o'clock. Still a nice evening here in the 70-degree range, and now that's a nice move by number 9, Randy Maela, and in there, oh, and almost the best scoring opportunity of the night for St. Louis Park, just misfired in front of goaltender Lewis Hyde here. As we look at Malea, centering pass got through the defense and there to intercept the ball. Ronan Brew, the senior captain. And now the corner kick and the header by Benilde, and it comes back out. Mohammed chasing it for the Orioles. Nice move there as he's being chased by number 6, Andres Jimenez. Now ball being played by number 2, Mason Gilliand. Now back to Andrew Kanizer. And Mohammed intercepted by number 6 for the Red Knights, Andres Jimenez. Ball comes out to number 5, that is Figueroa. Ball down ahead to number 21 for the Orioles, that is Claudio Zua. Ball comes out and headed by St. Louis Park, but out of bounds. Possession to the Red Knights, and that's number 2, Gillian, to throw it in. Or no, now he gives it up to his teammate, number 19, threw it in instead, Nick Berlage. Now Mohammed for the Orioles, and they seem to have a little bit of the edge here early on in the first half. Again, we're just resuming play here in the first half of this Metro West Conference rivalry, and there's a shot towards the goal over the net, taken by Andrew Kanizer, the senior. Right there, Andrew decides to take a shot to try to sneak one in right under the crossbar, but that was way off the mark. So easy defense there by Lewis Hyde. The Benilde goaltender, Mohammed, almost came in to steal that. Now number 19 kicks it out, Berlage. And number 5 loses it, Nick Figueroa, out of bounds. Turnover to the Orioles. That's number 18, Jovan Dennison, throws it in. And now ball goes out of bounds off Benilde, and number 21 will throw it in, Claudio Zua. Zua is one of the leading scorers. He's got 4 goals on the year. And now Benilde has it, 3-on-4 break. Figueroa goes down, no call on the play. St. Louis Park takes over, 22.5 minutes to go here, first half. I'm Robert Christensen. We're back underway in this great match. Glad you're with us as we're streaming live on YouTube at Park TV. And you can also watch it on delay at YouTube. Or go to parktv.org, and you can link to it at our website at the city of St. Louis Park as Benilde now plays it ahead. Nice moves there. Head for Figueroa, but intercepted by, that was Zalamzada. Now a head pass to Kwame, number 16, Bennett Kwame. Kwame sets up shop on the near side, puts a move on the defense, and it gets rejected right back out to Kwame. Now he gets to Mohammed, who has a little bit of space to work with. And his cross pass is headed by Benilde on defense, and that ball comes back out. Now in the far corner. Ball goes out of bounds. Number 7 for Benilde on defense. Jason LaRue does a nice job. Kick in towards the net, and an easy save by Lewis Hyde. He snatches that out of the air, and he will wait for his fellow Red Knights to trot down the field as he boots it to midfield. Ball comes down, no one able to control it initially. Now a chance for the Red Knights here, and that ball kicked by number 10, Hans Bacchus, goes off the Benilde defender's back, and now played by their goaltender, Luis Benitez Matias. The 9th grade goaltender boots it way down the field, headed by number 24, the Red Knights. That's Nels Berkland, the senior defender. Now a pass up for Gilliand. And ball comes out the near side, and trying to save it, running as fast as he can, is Nick Figueroa. Also the senior captain, and he's unable to catch up to it in time, so a throw in for the Orioles. Ball comes in, played there by Jimenez. Now Mohammed for the Orioles. 10-0, the St. Louis Park Orioles coming in on the road to St. Louis Park in this Metro West Conference rivalry, tied at 0, and we now are halfway through half number one. We are 20 minutes to go here, no score. St. Louis Park has the lead in ball possession, but they lose it there, and now throwing it in is Nick Berlage on defense. Most of the play being played on this near side. There's a look at Berlage, number 19. He gets it all the way down, and nice header by number 10, Bacchus. Backwards pass, and now Bacchus Figueroa trying to get it, and I thought there was a handball there on by, Thomas Zalamzada. You can see the replay as he protests the call. Let's see if there was a hand play by Zalamzada right there. Did I see a hand? Nope. Boy, I don't know what the call was then. It came close as he held his hands up. I think he thought that might have been what it looked like. Now a shot, point blank goal, score. Headed back up by Zalamzada. What defense by the Orioles there. They were in peril, giving up a goal. Now the ball comes quickly out to number 9, Randy Malaya. Malaya now, and a diving, nice tackle. The ball coming over on defense for Benilde. Jason LaRue, what a play by LaRue. And now I see more lightning in the sky. That looks a little closer. I don't know if that's gonna bring another halt to play here. Now we're at 18 minutes, 50 seconds, first half here. Number 16 with it, Bennett Kwame. A little push from behind, and that does draw a whistle. And we'll have a free kick for the Orioles. This will be one of their best opportunities early on as we watch that nice play by LaRue, 7 coming over, and that's a tackle on the ball. That's a legal play, folks, right there, beautifully executed by LaRue. But now a free kick. Benilde will set up a mini wall there. There's those 3 players. They got to give him 10 yards. That doesn't look like 10 yards to me, or maybe it's meters in soccer, as I do see now heat lightning off in the distance, but it is east of here, and with the prevailing westerlies, it really shouldn't impact the safety of the players and the patrons that are here. Now Zalamzada will take a shot right at the goal, and Hyde tips it up, and it just goes over. Ball still in play as it hit the top of the crossbar, and the scissor kick from behind, attempted by Cloudy Zua, goes out of bounds, and a near miss there. Zalamzada with his strong leg, and nice defense there by Lewis Hyde. But that ball came and hit the top of the crossbar, and then the kick there, and now look at the backward scissor kick attempt by Cloudy Zua.
Number 6, Thomas Knizer.
Now Hyde will boot it off for the Red Knights. So St. Louis Park and down goes number 16 for the Orioles, Kwame, and that could create an opportunity for the Red Knights. Zalamzada playing the entire field from side to side. He just was in there on that free kick. Keep an eye on Zalamzada for the Orioles. Definitely distinguishing himself out there with that very strong leg of his. Now number 9 for the Orioles, Randy Mayele. If I'm pronouncing that right. Now Thomas Knizer back to Malaya. Malaya now one-on-one against number 19, Berlage. And now he gets by Berlage, centering pass, headed out nicely by LaRue on defense. He's having a nice night on defense for the Red Knights. They try to get that ball out of the zone, and the Orioles maintain possession as they have almost all of the first half, and we are 16 and a half minutes to go here, first half. Number 16 now, Kwame. Over to Malaya, centering pass, and booted out of there by Berlage once again. Or that's not Berlage, that is number 20, Nels Berkelen. And now the shot goes wide of the goal, and that'll bring about a goal kick for Lewis Hyde. So best action of the night there in those last few minutes. St. Louis Park unable to convert on those scoring opportunities. And now Lewis Hyde will do the goal kick here. We are at the McQuinn Athletic Center. 16 minutes to go here, first half, in this highly anticipated Metro West Conference matchup between the Red Knights and the Orioles. Ball now all the way down into the Orioles zone, but unable to control it is the Red Knights, and now the Orioles quickly back on offense. Randy Malaya now to number 16. That is Kwame. To Andrew Knizer, and it gets by number 12. That was on purpose, though. Nicholas Kent let that go, and it didn't work out as the Red Knights intercepted, and the ball comes all the way down out of bounds. And possession flag goes to the Orioles. Leading scorers for the Orioles coming into the game, Nicholas Riley. Haven't called his name yet tonight very often. 4 goals, 5 assists. Bennett Kwame called his name. He's got 2 goals, 2 assists. Claudia Zua, 4 goals on the year. Thomas Salamzada, 3 goals. And Alexander Rush Shimada, also with 3 goals, 2 assists. That's through 7 games. I don't think those are up to date, but that gives you a sense of who the leading scorers are for the Orioles. We'll give you the same stats for the Red Knights when we have a break here coming up. And now on the far side, that is number 10. All intercepted once again. Good defense displayed there by the Red Knights. Number 20, Nels Birkeland, the senior defender. Score tied at 0. Orioles come in 10-0. Perfect season. No losses, no ties. Mohammed throws it in and the ball goes out of bounds and a turnover, and now a chance for the Red Knights. Less than 14 and a half minutes to go here, first half. Ball thrown in now. Played by number 10, that is Hans Bacchus. Now it's up to Nick Figueroa. Figueroa with the ball, dribbling, gets it over the near side. That's number 19, Berlage now. Berlage trying to control it. Defense for the Orioles. That was Bennett Kwame, and he able to get it away. So both teams really stellar on defense.
Number 7, Mohammed.
Now number 7, Mohammed checks into the game. And out goes number 10 for the Orioles, Nicholas Riley. He's one of their leading scorers. He'll take a breather. Ball played out of bounds by number 21 for the Red Knights. That was Sam Siegelhorn. Now the Orioles are back in business in the offensive zone of the Red Knights. Being played on the far side. That's number 9, Randy Mayela. I believe, I hope I'm pronouncing that right, or getting there anyway. And now we're gonna have a corner kick for the Orioles. That's number 16, Bennett Kwame. There you see him in the corner of your TV.
Number 10, Nicholas Riley.
And that corner kick comes in. And that is Mohammed playing it. And the save by Lewis Hyde. How do I sound there now? All right, now that is Lewis Hyde. Perfect in nets tonight so far as he boots it out, and coming up trying to play it was Kwame, number 16. And it goes out of bounds, and Kwame will throw it in to Andrew Knizer. Knizer with it. Knizer to Kwame. Oh, goes out of bounds, and
Into the game for the Orioles, number 19, Jonathan Peterson.
now we're going to have a substitution. Number 19, Jonathan Peterson checking in, and Bennett Kwame will take a break. Clock continues to run here. Less than 12 and a half minutes to go. First half, ball out of bounds off the Red Knights, and now in to throw it in. Number 19 for the Orioles, Jonathan Peterson, who just checked in. Peterson with it. And now taken away nicely by number 2, Gillian. And now taken back away, and that's Thomas Knizer with it at midfield, and he'll try the other side as he passes it over to number 15. That is Nicholas Pantazitas. Pantazitas now with it as he comes back to the near side, and the ball gets by Mayele. And out of bounds, and that will result in a goal kick for the Red Knight goaltender, Lewis Hyde, the senior captain.
Entering the game for the Red Knights, number 14, Bennett Miller.
Now checking in for the Red Knights, that's number 14, Bennett Miller, sophomore defender. And taking a breather is number 17 for the Red Knights. And we don't have a number for him, unfortunately, in the internet program or on the official program at the door when you walk in to the McQuinn Athletic Complex, but the Orioles now have the ball back. Boy, they are quick on defense. Thomas Knizer now with it. Mohammed now to the far corner. That's number 21, Claudia Zua. As he goes down trying to save it and unable to catch up to it in time, results in a turnover, and we are at 10:47 and counting. And there's another good look at Lewis Hyde, the senior goaltender. And he'll boot it down over midfield. And now the ball comes loose, chased there by number 18, Jovan Dennison. And number 19, Jonathan Peterson, plays it up And now that is Melee. Melee centering pass and interrupted there nicely by number 20, Nels Birkeland, having a great night on defense for the Red Knights, keeping him in the match. And now ball being played as the Red Knights come up there trying to put up a little pressure. Ronan Brewitt on the action along with Nick Figueroa. Now Muhammad for the Park Orioles into the Red Knight zone. On the far side and out of bounds. Birkeland comes over. Slows down the Orioles, and they'll have a throw-in on the far side. That looks like Andrew Knizer is having a little shoe issue there. He's got that figured out.
Number 10, Nicholas Riley.
Ball clock continues to run, and now into the match there. That is number 10, Nicholas Riley, one of the leading scorers, although we have not been involved in too much of the action tonight so far. Now ball played back by Knizer. Figueroa, ball loose. And it comes out of bounds. Possession will remain with the Orioles, throwing it in. Number 19, Jonathan Peterson. Andrew Knizer with it. Gets it back to number 18, Jovan Dennison. Back to Peterson, to Knizer, back to Peterson. Peterson now on the near side. Sideline centering pass, gets it through, but he has to pull up. That's number 10. Nicholas Riley, Muhammad, nice defense. Then again, number 7, Jason LaRue on defense, saves it for the Red Knights. Another save there by number 2, Mason Gillian for the Red Knights. Ball coming on the near side, Figueroa chasing it along with Jovan Dennison for the Orioles, and Orioles get the better of that one. Now Andrew Knizer to Dennison, to Peterson, back to Knizer. Quick, nice, efficient passes, and it does get through over to his brother, Thomas Knizer, just a freshman. Now Muhammad on the far side, gets it to 21, Cloudy Zua, and Muhammad sends it in there and over to make the save. Lewis Hyde will kick it away. Lots of pressure being applied by the Orioles. Not so much for the Red Knights this early in the match, but we are now 8 minutes to go here, first half. After a weather delay at about 25 minutes to go in the first half, we had a 30-minute delay, but we're underway, and it looks like we're going to keep playing. There is some lightning off in the distance, but it's more than 10 miles away, and it is east of us, so I don't think it's going to have an impact anymore. As the skies look clear, and down goes number 9 for the Orioles, Randy Malaya. Tripped up by number 21, Sam Siegel-Horn. Yep, and down he goes, and that's going to be a free kick for the Orioles in close. So a scoring opportunity with 7.5 minutes to go, first half. And up comes the strong-legged Thomas Salamzada to take the honors. As he discusses it there with Nicholas Riley. And we got a 4-man wall being assembled. 10 yards away is Lewis Hyde. Marks that left inside goal post as Salamzada talks it over with number 10, Nicholas Riley. Let's see what happens here. Best scoring opportunity of the night as he drills it right at Hyde. Rebound, no, ball loose. Comes out. Muhammad now and kicked away nicely by Mason Gillian as they dodge a bullet that time. Ball now at center, in the center field area, played by Benild's number 10, Hans Bacchus. Now Knizer. Gets it into Riley. Riley, number 10 with it. Quick moving Riley comes in on the left side. He's got room to go, and he spins around. Now gets it on the far side. That is Malaya. Malaya goes down as he's tripped. No call on the play. Play continues. 6.5 minutes to go now. Muhammad, quick dribbling there. Tries to get it through. Threading the needle there. Ball comes out. Salamzada has it. Kicked there by Knizer. Thomas Knizer. He and his brother Andrew on the field, starting for the Orioles. 10-0 coming into this Metro West Conference matchup. And now ball played by Benild's number 14, Bennett Miller. And on the far side, and we got a whistle. Clock continues, under 6 minutes to go. So fast moving first half, notwithstanding the weather delay. Now checking in, number 8 for the Red Knights, Matthew Virginia, junior forward. So some reinforcements late.
Number 11, Alexander Ruiz.
Also coming in, Alexander Ruiz-Shimada for the Orioles. All right, back underway. Orioles in possession. Number 10, Riley with it. Comes in, threads the needle, gets it down close, but taken away nicely on defense once again by Nick Berlage. So the defense is the story here so far in the first half for the Red Knights as the score remains 0-0, hanging in there with the 10-0 St. Louis Park Orioles. Now Berlage fighting there with it with number 14, Daniel Lanesbury Jr. Lanesbury also a leading scorer with 2 goals and 2 assists on the year. And now number 16 plays it, Bennett Kwame. Kwame now centering pass. Oh, right on the mark to number 13, Lansbury Jr., but he's on, fans on the shot. But Muhammad gets the rebound on the far side. And the Orioles still apply pressure. And what a great defensive play on the far side by number 10. Hans Bacchus, if I get that number right. It's hard to see with the lighting in the darkness all the time. Ball played out of bounds, but the Orioles have been applying pressure throughout this entire first half as the Red Knights are having a very difficult time getting any offense going, but they're playing stellar defense, which is keeping them in the match so far. All right, now the Orioles back on offense, and now a miscue, and Figueroa leading pass and unable to connect. And the Orioles take possession, so that's what they're going to be doing. That was number 6, Jimenez, is to play defense and then try to get a flyer like that. If they can connect on a pass like that, that could be the offense that they need. They could just get 1 goal up on the Orioles. That would be right in their wheelhouse in terms of team strategy. But their defense is keeping him in it as the Orioles continue to apply pressure. Look at Nick Riley and his shot from way out, go over the crossbar. Here is Nicholas Riley, number 10. And look at that ball, hardly any spin on it. A knuckler too high and over the crossbar. Riley, 4 goals, 5 assists, the leading scorer on the Orioles. Weren't calling his number earlier, but we have been in the last few minutes. Now number 16, Kwame, the sophomore midfielder. Ball stolen though by number 10, Hans Bacchus for the Red Knights. Ball goes out of bounds. And Muhammad will get the throw in right away. We're under 3 minutes to go here, first half. Muhammad throws it in. Muhammad gets the return pass out of bounds against the Red Knights. Muhammad throws it in quickly. Ball comes, centering pass, no one home. Only one in the vicinity there was Bennett Kwame. Red Knights take over, try to clear the ball, but there is Andrew Knizer with the interception. Nice move there by Knizer, my goodness. Now Kwame. Kwame dancing on the far side, being marked there. Pass in there, chance for the Orioles, and a shot and a goal. Big save there by Lewis Hyde, coming up big. That was the best scoring opportunity of the night for the Orioles. Watch this shot here, folks. Daniel Lanesbury Jr. point blank range as Hyde takes one hard, but that will result in a corner kick, and it quickly comes in there as we are in the waning moments of half number 1, under 2 minutes to go, and the Orioles desperately trying to get a goal before halftime. Now a kick comes bending in there. There is Riley. Riley with it, handles it very well. You can see how talented this Oriole team is and why they're 10-0. Some spectacular play here. We approach a minute and a half to go, and good defense forcing it out of bounds. That was number 10 for the Red Knights, Hans Bacchus. Bacchus still now trying to get to Kwame. Kwame gets through the defense though, pass in traffic. Now Knizer's ball blocked in front. Back to Riley as they still maintain possession. Amazing how well. Now the ball goes out of bounds, and that's going to be a corner kick. 1:11 to go here, first half.
Corner kick.
Here they go, and they move quickly, and now they kick it in there. Ball in play. That's Riley. He'll pass it to Kwame. Kwame now takes a shot, and just wide of the goal. Out of bounds, and the goaltender, Lewis Hyde, diving there, didn't touch it, so he'll get a goal kick, and here's the replay as Kwame takes that shot, trying to sneak it just inside that goalpost. Good idea, but unable to connect. 43 seconds to go here, clock running, first half. Now Muhammad takes it over here and a chance. Orioles really applying the pressure here late in half number 1, and how he goes down just outside the goal box, and that draws a whistle. Clock continues to run, however. Orioles rushing to try to play as we look at that replay. 20 seconds to go, and there's the push shove there. Was that Lawler, I think, that may have come over there? And we got a player still down, clock still running, and we got an injured player down on the ground, and now clock is called. Yes, that was number 7, Jason LaRue, excuse me. He throws a little of the shoulder there, clearly, and down goes Muhammad hard, and he remains down. Fell hard on his chest there. Let's see it again here. There is LaRue. And see what happened there. It's artificial turf, and boy, he really gives him a body check there, and down he goes on that right hip area, and he still is down. And there are exactly 10.0 seconds remaining here in the first half. Our score tied at 0, but St. Louis Park has dominated play on the offensive side, possessing the ball. And they still tend to number 7. Muhammad gives us a chance to look at the Red Knights schedule coming up. They have St. Louis Park, as you can see right there. Then they go on the road to Robbinsdale Cooper. Then they host Holy Family. Then they go to Bloomington Kennedy, and then Lincoln International. That must be a team out of Nebraska, is my guess. Lincoln, Nebraska. Maybe a soccer academy, as it were. That would be an interesting match to see those kids. Sometimes those are the kids that will end up representing the USA. And now we see Muhammad getting up on the far side, slowly, gingerly. And now we play, he's off the field, and play right in front. Chance for Riley, he shot, blocked, saved by Hyde. Ball goes off, 4.3 seconds, and that's gonna do it. No chance for a corner kick for the Orioles, and there is the whistle to end the first half as we watch this replay by Riley, and his play blocked in front nicely by number 21, Sam Siegelhorn, to end the first half. So our score after one half, 0-0. Come on back for half number 2.
New message.
Your Social Security number has been suspended. If you do not contact us, your account will be deactivated.
Scammers are aggressive when they contact a potential victim. Social Security Administration employees will never threaten you for information or promise benefits in exchange for information. In those cases, the call is fraudulent, and you should just hang up. Don't provide any personal or financial information to these thieves. Call the Social Security Fraud Hotline at 1-800-269-0271.
Welcome back to Park TV 16 Sports on Location. We are about to begin the start of the second half of the Metro West Boys soccer match between St. Louis Park 10-0 against Benilde St. Margaret's 4-5-0. Score tied at 0. St. Louis Park, though, dominated on the offensive end throughout the entire first half, but Benilde's defense, led by their goaltender, Lewis Hyde, kept the ball out of the net, and we're still tied at 0 here. And St. Louis Park will get the kickoff. They are in white with dark numbers going from right to left. There was a weather delay in the first half for about 30 minutes due to lightning, but they determined it was too far away. And so now we're back playing, and I don't expect any more delays for the rest of the evening. And if you're just joining us, this is great soccer action. We are truly watching one of the best teams in the state in St. Louis Park. And they are dominating, but Benilde St. Margaret's, no slouches themselves, have been playing very well on defense, and they just need to get one break. If they can get that one goal, they will have a shot here to upset the undefeated Orioles in this Metro West rivalry. I like to call it the Highway 100 rivalry. Both these teams just a stone's throw away from each other. Okay, back underway. And now Benilde in the offensive zone, and it's been a while since they've been anywhere near the goaltender of St. Louis Park, Luis Benitez Matias. Now St. Louis Park with possession on the near side. That's number 14, Daniel Lanesbury Jr., and nice defense coming over for the Red Knights, number 20, Nels Berkeland. Now that is Kanizer, and intercepted by number 5 for the Red Knights, Figueroa, and his shot almost scores a goal. That would have been the break they needed. The senior captain coming up big there, but unable to connect as he takes a shot there And it just gets over and hits the side post, almost beating Matthias. Boy, that would have been something else had the Red Knights scored early here in the first half, a near miss. Hopefully they was voting for more to come for the Red Knights if you're a Red Knight fan. And now the ball out of bounds and a corner kick coming up. We are streaming live on YouTube. You can go to parktv.org and get the connection there. Go straight to YouTube. Corner kick comes in, now controlled by the Red Knights. And racing down, but Salamzada for the Red Orioles takes it over from number 13, but the ball's still alive in the offensive zone. And, coming in there, 13, Nate Charles. First time calling his number tonight, now number 10, Hans Bacchus. And we have a whistle and a stoppage and a turnover. And now Salamzada will start it off for the Orioles. So good start here in the second half for the Red Knights. Now to the far side, that's number 18 for the Orioles, Jovan Dennison. And that is number 10, Nicholas Riley. One of the leading scorers on the Orioles, and the Orioles now will settle in here as we're just underway here in the second half. Score tied at 0. Now leading comes in there, and that is for no boys. We had a little bit of an audio problem there. I don't know if you can still hear me, Paul, but I'll keep talking. Hopefully the audience can hear us. Play still underway, 36 minutes, 40 seconds to go here in the second half. Score tied at 0. Now Benilde with control of the ball in their own zone. Pass comes over to number 4, Drew Clark, the sophomore defender. Clark now tries to get it up to number 13, Nate Charles, and Charles does have it. He just tries to get by, but Salamzada coming over, the senior defender, to stop that, tackling the football right away there. And now a quick throw in by number 16, Bennett Kwame. Kwame now. I thought that might have been a hand play by Knizer. Play continues. Now ball controlled by the Red Knights. They look a little bit better on the offensive end here in the second half. And a throw in for the Red Knights on the far side. Way in the corner there. And that is a centering pass stopped in front by the Orioles, number 15, Pantazitas. Now the Red Knights kick it in there. And the ball comes out to Riley for the Orioles. Riley now. And he'll get it back to Luis Benitez, Matthias. And almost intercepted, coming up there to try to steal it and get a quick goal there. Smartly was number 11, Ronan Brew. Smart play by Brew there, almost worked. Now number 4, Drew Clark with it, out of bounds on Kwame. So clearly the Red Knights looking a lot better offensively as their coach Dave Platt and Paul O'Connor giving some good guidance there at halftime as they come out a lot more aggressive on offense, knowing they need to at least get one goal if they can sneak out a victory against the undefeated St. Louis Park Orioles. Undefeated and untied St. Louis Park at 10-0-0. You don't see that very often in soccer, and now that is Thomas Salamzada. He'll kick it away. He's got the strongest leg I've seen in soccer in my short career here, calling the action. Now kicked away there on defense, number 19, Nick Berlage. And now throwing it in will be Riley on the far side. Gets it in quickly. Possession will go to the Red Knights. That's much better there, I think. I don't know. Looks like we might be changing headsets here. Okay, play underway. All right, I am back. Hopefully you can all hear me. And play continues with 43 seconds. Ball out of bounds. Possession will go to the Red Knights. And back to handle the kickoff for the Red Knights, Lewis Hyde, the senior goaltender. And he will kick it off from the ground and over to the far left side, getting it up there. And successfully gets it to his teammate. That is number 10, Hans Bacchus. Bacchus still playing it on the far side. Now ball played by Salamzada. And now number 12 for the Orioles playing it. That's Nicholas Kent, the senior midfielder. Sometimes it's hard to see the numbers on the far side. They're very small. And the lighting is a little dusk, not as well lit as it probably could be, but pretty well lit. And now on the near side, number 15 for the Orioles, Nicholas Pantanzidas. Pantanzidas with it. On the far side, nice spin move there. Wow, that was incredible. Nice play there by the Orioles. Leading pass gets by number 14, Daniel Lansbury Jr. And scooping it up for the Red Knights, Lewis Hyde, the senior captain, and he'll punt it away. High punt, midfield, jockeying for position there for the Red Knights, number 8, Matthew Virginia. And playing with him is Bennett Kwame, and Virginia goes down, and that draws a whistle, and now Salamzada is like, hey, what, me? So a free kick coming up for the Red Knights, and this will be maybe one of their best, if not their best opportunity for scoring. Clock continues to run, 3:52 to go here, second half. And this is a big match here in the Metro West Conference. And now we're gonna have a free kick as the Orioles set up a small wall. Referee making sure they're the requisite 10 yards away, and they are. And back in nets for the St. Louis Park Orioles, Luis Benitez Matias. And let's see who takes the shot here, and the fake shot, and that looks like Figueroa does line one in there off the ground, and nice save there by Benitez Matias, and he boots it downfield. Played there by number 14, Bennett Miller. Nice move there, and now intercepted. Yeah, I think you're right. Just pointed out to me there's a different goalie in there, and I think that might be Bo Finley, number 10. Can we see his number? Is that number 1? Yeah, Bo Finley, number 1. He's a sophomore goaltender, so a switch at goaltending for the Orioles. Thanks for pointing that out, Paul Broden, our great producer here at Park TV 16 Sports, catching that. I thought Matias played well, but that might be what they normally do. We haven't seen any Oriole soccer matches, men's, all year. And he's a sophomore, and starting was Luis Benitez Matias, and he's just a freshman 9th grader. So they might be handling dual duties. Whatever they're doing in goaltending for the Orioles is working, as they are 10-0. Now, Kanizer, Andrew Kanizer, the senior, and that ball is intercepted by number 10, Hans Bacchus, and now it's taken quickly away again by number 18, Jovan Dennison on defense. Great soccer action despite no score. And now on the near side, playing it for the is Ronan Brew. Brew now intercepted by Kwame, and now Salamzada comes up and boots it down. And being pushed down and maybe a little bit injured is Nels Berkelin, as he was pushed by an Orioles defender. And the call goes against the Red Knights, and the crowd is voicing their disapproval. And Berkelin went down. I didn't see if he fell on his own, though, or if he was assisted with falling down, but play goes on. And now that's number 6 playing it, Andres Jimenez, the junior midfielder, now taken away again by the Orioles. So I would say, again, the Red Knights playing much better, but now we're below 30 minutes to go, 29 and 8 seconds to go in the match, tied at 0. Now Kwame, number 16 on the near side. Nice pass there to Kanizer, almost fanned on the pass, but now back being played by number 15, Nicholas Pantazidas. Now to the far side again, that is Dennison on defense coming up. And he kicks it in there to number 12, Nicholas Kent. Kent now with it. And to the younger Kanizer, Andrew. Ball in traffic. Playing it there again was Kent. Ball still loose in the middle, a shot and a chance, a nice save in front. Helping out Lewis Hyde there was number 4, I believe, for the Red Knights, Drew Clark. Let's see here on the replay. Great scoring opportunity right there. Clark with the right leg helps out his goaltender, and there's another shot by the younger Knizer. Goes wide left, Thomas Knizer. And there is Hyde, and boy, he has been busy boy tonight as the Orioles continue to apply pressure as we're now below 28 minutes here in the match, and now we have some substitutions coming in. 21 checking in is Claudie Zua, and number 9 is Randy Mayele, and they are both leading scorers for the Orioles. As Hyde now waits for the substitutions, and now coming out for the Red Knights is number 20. Nels Berkelen, who did fall hard on that last exchange just a moment ago. Clock continues to run during these substitutions, and now Hyde kicks it to midfield, intended there for number 15, Luca Platt now in the match, a sophomore. And Platt with it. Tries to get it over to number 2, Gillian. Gillian now playing it. Muhammad comes up for the Orioles and pushes it away. Now Riley, number 10 has it. Riley gets it back to Salam Zada. Zada back to Riley. Red Knights putting pressure with number 16, Luca Platt. Now ball out of bounds, and possession will go to the Red Knights, throwing it in on the far side. And now a chance for the Red Knights, a little space. Centering pass there for number 13, Nate Charles. Charles, though, has the ball taken away briefly. He tries to get it back, and now Muhammad has it clear on the far side. He'll advance it up to the far side. That might be Malaya. It is Malaya. Now on the far side, Riley calling for the ball, and here comes the ball all the way over to Riley. He was calling for it. He was open there for a minute. Now a reverse pass to number 16, Kwame, and the ball comes in. And oh, 2 Orioles came sliding in, knifing in from the far side and unable to connect. Watch this action here, folks. Playing it there, and look at that behind the back pass to Kwame, and Kwame just puts in a perfect pass, gets by Hyde, and first Oriole fans on it, second one fans on it. Number 21, Zua, and number 9, Malaya, 2 leading scorers, unable to connect as the Red Knights dodge a bullet there. Just under 26 minutes to go. Now Malaya. That is Kwame 16, and now we have a whistle away from the play, and they're gonna call infraction against the Orioles as number 16, Kwame, contests that call, claiming he was pushed or pulled, and now play back underway. Number 11 with it, that is Ronan Brew. Brew now sends it all the way in to the new goaltender in the second half. Bo Finley coming up, the sophomore, to make the save, and quickly gets it over to the far side, number 18, Jovan Dennison. Now Salam Zada, and he boots it down. No spin on that ball, amazing, like a knuckler. But intercepted by number 4, Drew Clark. Now to the far side. Played by Malaya, and it goes out of bounds, throw in for the Red Knights. 25 minutes to go here in the second half, no score. Red Knights hanging in there with the 10-0 Orioles. And now Dennison turns and kicks it out of bounds. Possession with the Red Knights, and now the throw in. That is number 15, Luca Platt, the sophomore midfielder, gets it in. Now Muhammad boots it back towards the Red Knights goal. And the Red Knights bring it right back, and Salam Zada now turns, gets it to Knizer, unable to handle it, and now his brother gets it up to number 21. That is Claudie Zua, and he knows how to score. He's still playing it there. Now Andrew Knizer, and he misplays it, and it goes out of bounds. Riley showing his frustration there. So as long as the Red Knights, as we look at number 4, Drew Clark, throw it in, can hang with these Orioles, anything can happen in this Metro West clash. Kwame almost stole it there. Now ball comes back, and that is Thomas Salamzada, the senior defender. And he is a powerful player there on defense. And look at that ball as he kicks it all the way down. And running after it is number 9, Malaya. I think I'm pronouncing that right. Randy Malay, the senior. Now Riley, number 10, goes down. That draws a whistle, and that's going to be a call against the Red Knights. And number 11, protesting that call is Ronan Brew, the captain. And they are exchanging words out there as the referee is explaining to him why he blew the whistle. Ronan Brew making his claim there. As he walks away, and now we're gonna have a free kick for the Orioles. And Salam Zada comes up all the way from defense. He's got the strongest leg out there by far. Thomas Salam Lada, as they set up, clock stopped at 23:36 here to go, second half. And let's see who takes it. Salam Zada leaves. Looks like Kwame's gonna hit it, but it could be Riley. A two-man wall. They set up the play, and it's gonna be Riley. Oh, and he kicks it ahead to Kwame, who gets it. Nice defense there. Ronan Brew, the senior captain, makes the defensive play on Kwame right there, coming over there and tackling the ball beautifully as it goes out of bounds. Now the throw in for the Red Knights as they kick it up, and it's kept in the zone though by number 15, Nicholas Pantazitas, and now back out to midfield. Played by Dennison. Dennison kicks it to the far side, tried to get it to Malaya, but intercepted by the Red Knights, number 15, Luca Platt. Now the Red Knights try to get it ahead, and Platt chasing it, and he's got a play on it. Being marked by Salam Zada, and he tries to catch it, but it goes out of bounds, and the goaltender for the Orioles, Bo Finley, will kick it off, or will he give it up to Salam Zada, which is what they would prefer to do.
Number 5, Nick Figueroa.
Now Nick Figueroa checking in for the Red Knights.
Owen Nickelbein.
And also that man right there, number 12, Owen Nickelbein. First time calling him, so some fresh blood out there for the Red Knights. Trying to get a goal here, 22-21 left to go in this match. Still tied at 0. Salam Zada kicks it out, high ball into the midfield, going for number 21, Cloudy Zua. Zua now with it. Very dangerous player, as most of them are out there for both sides. And now that is Kanizer. Kanizer to the far side to Mohammed. Mohammed now gets it ahead, and that's Malaya, and it goes out of bounds, and that's a turnover. Red Knights will take over, just under 22 minutes to go. Throw in there, trying to get it ahead to number 15, Luca Platt. Now ball back, controlled by the Orioles, number 8, Andrew Kanizer. Now Mohammed, being guarded closely by Gilliand. Out of the near side, and with plenty of room, that is number 15, Nicholas Pantazitas. He tried to get it ahead to Kwame, and it was blocked successfully by number 4, coming over to intercept that ball, Drew Clark. Now the throw in by Pantazitas. Ball out of bounds, and now a throw in for the Orioles. 21 minutes to go right now in the match. Ball thrown in and out of bounds. Turnover by Kwame, and now the Red Knights will take over, but great pressure being applied there by the Orioles there in that last sequence. Now a header by Kanizer as he intercepts the ball. Kanizer fighting for it along with 21, Zua. And now we have a whistle and a turnover and a free kick for the Red Knights. Red Knights hanging in there. And now the goaltender, Lewis Hyde, boots it down, headed there by Salam Zada for the Orioles. Now Platt kicks it down, intended for number 12. That is Owen Nickelbein, who just checked in a few moments ago, and Nickelbein loses control. It goes out of bounds, and that's a turnover, much to his chagrin. Now ball played ahead to number 21, Zua. Zua, with those bright shoes, is taken away, and now Nickelbein comes up with it. Nickelbein, nice pass to Figueroa, and the return pass unable to connect over his head and out of bounds. Turnover. And now the ball will be thrown in and played by Kwame. Kwame with Riley. Ball trying to get through, doesn't get quite through to Zua. Now Kanizer, nice pass there, but taken over by the Red Knights, number 21, Sam Siegelhorn. Now the ball gets kicked way down, and that's Malaya fighting with it. With number 19 for the Red Knights, that's Nick Berlage, and the ball goes out of bounds. Orioles retain control with the throw in Malaya. Under 20 minutes to go now in the match. Ball played into Zua. Zua over to Malaya, and here's a chance for the Orioles. He kicks left foot and goes wide. Right. Out of bounds, turnover, goal kick coming up for Lewis Hyde. As we look at that replay, this looked like a promising opportunity again for the Orioles as Malaya takes the left-footed shot. Way off the mark, great defense again displayed by the Red Knights. And Lewis Hyde will kick it off to the far side, and that is unable to be controlled and goes way out of bounds. And almost out of the stadium, and they'll get a new ball in, and now it's right away, we're underway. And Malaya back to Kanizer, and now ball stolen by the Red Knights and then taken away again by Dennison. Now Salamzada, now down goes a Red Knight player, and we got a whistle. And clock continues to run, under 19 minutes now. And we have some discussion out there. Let's look at the replay, we can see what happened, and grabbing there by Platt, back and forth with Dennison, and Platt went down. But the Orioles have control, and now that is Kwame, number 16, with the move. Pass to the near side, that is Zua, the give and go to Kwame. Kwame now on the far side, being guarded closely by Nickelbine. And the centering pass, and Malaya goes down. Is there gonna be a call? That would be a penalty kick if he got pushed. But no call on the play as the Orioles retain possession. No, they didn't, they lost possession. Let's look at this replay. As Kwame crossing pass, and Malaya just unable to get a knee or his head on it. And you're gonna say it went off him last, and now that's why we're looking at Lewis Hyde with the kickoff at 17 and a half minutes to go. Beautiful night here in St. Louis Park. Glad you're with us watching. This is stellar high-level boys varsity soccer. I'm Robert Christensen, glad you're with us. Park TV 16 is the place for high school sports in St. Louis Park. Now the Red Knights with a chance in the offensive zone. They haven't been there very often, but there they are. And now Mohammed takes it away, playing it there for the Red Knights. Number 16, I don't know if we have a name for him. Check an alternative program in my possession. No number 16 in the program, unfortunately. Ball still alive, Mohammed trying to guard it. Mohammed using his body to keep the defender away. Now Figueroa trying to get ahead to Nickelbine, and there on defense to head it away nicely. Number 15, Nicholas Pantazitas. Now Riley with it as he's on the move. Cuts back into the middle midfield, and now get it over to Kanizer, the younger one, number 6. Now to Mohammed. Thomas Kanizer's the younger one. His older brother Andrew is the senior. Number 6 and 8 right there along the 30-yard line, playing together in tandem. Pretty nice to see a brother combination like that in any sport. Now Mohammed to Malaya. Now Dennison coming in, back to Malaya. Malaya now, and his return pass misses the mark, and there to pick it up is Platt. Platt now to midfield to Figueroa. Figueroa looking to turn around. Now he gets it to the far side. Back to Platt now, being guarded by Riley. Platt still with it, gets it to the near side, and that's to number 4, Drew Clark. Now Drew Clark to Nickelbine. Nickelbine, here he comes in. And he goes down, and the ball stolen by Kanizer. Nice play by Kanizer on defense. Boy, you've never seen a more exciting 0-0 game than this one tonight, folks. Great soccer action up and down the field, and it is constant. 15 minutes to go now, as now the younger Kanizer Thomas gets it down. And now that's Malaya to Zua. They are a dangerous combination. Zua trying to keep it, goes out of bounds, and that'll result in a goal kick as we are now under 15 minutes to go in the match. And now Lewis Hyde will take it as good sportsmanship displayed there by number 21, kicking it over to Hyde so he didn't have to go get it. That was Claudio Zua. Now checking in is that man right there, number 14 for the Orioles. That is Daniel Lanesbury Jr., another leading scorer. So here's some fresh legs for the Orioles. Checking in, and also a good score, 14 and a half minutes to go. Number 2 is Gilliand. Ball centered there to Figueroa, handles it cleanly. And no one on his right to help him out, and intercepted there by Andrew Kanizer. Now Platt takes it back. Being now topped by Thomas Kanizer. Kanizer spins, wheels, and back to Dennison. Now Thomas Salamzada. Salamzada boots it down, trying to get it up there to Muhammad on the near side, number 7, and Muhammad does end up with it. Now he gets it to Kanizer. Now bound the far side, that's Lanesbury Jr. Jr. in the corner, comes back around, gets by the defender, centering pass, and he's got it connected, and the ball ricocheted. It down goes number 11. That was Alexander Ruiz Shimada, had a chance. Now ball comes out, and Nickelbein goes down, and he retains possession. What a play by Nickelbein. No, that's number 12. Let's see, is that Nickelbein? I think it is. Yes, it is, Owen Nickelbein. And now Muhammad takes it away. Lanesbury Jr., and he takes a shot, and right there, Hyde makes the save. Wow, what action there, folks. Now ball continues, play continues, Kwame on the far side. Orioles are really amping up the pressure now with 13 minutes to go right now. Centering pass, intercepted by Platt. Platt now trying the outlet pass on the far side, being guarded by Kwame. Comes back to Platt. Or excuse me, that is number 21. Siegel Horn, as he gets it up past midfield, but taken away by the Orioles. And now Kanizer quickly to Riley. Boy, are they quick with those passes. Muhammad is wide open on the left side, and now they finally get the ball to him, but too late in my estimation, as he goes down but gets his balance and kicks it in there to Lanesbury. Ball loose right in front, and clearing it nicely is number 7 for the Red Knights, Jason LaRue. Now the ball comes outside, and Orioles take possession. Throwing it in is number 15 for the Orioles, Pontezitas. As we look at that replay by Muhammad, and look at his resilience as he gets right back up there. Centers the pass, and almost a scoring opportunity there for the Orioles, but it gets thwarted. 12 minutes to go now, and Orioles still putting on the offensive pressure, and Hyde makes another save on the bounce. And he scoops it up cleanly, calling out instructions, bouncing it, waiting for his teammates to get in position, and he'll drop kick it on the bounce. Kanizer misses that, and that ball trying to get through. Owen Nickelbein has it, and now they are in business on the offense, and his leading pass intended there for number 16, who we don't have a name for. Leads them a little too far, and there is Bo Finley with the punt for the Orioles. Lots of crowd involvement here. Plenty of fans from both teams enjoying this match tonight. There's 11:10 to go here, and now here comes Figueroa over to the left side, and here's a chance for the Red Knights. Nickelbein appeared open there, and coming over on defense was Pontezitas, and it goes out of bounds, and now a throw-in for the Red Knights.
Catching the game for the Red Knights.
You get the feeling if the Red Knights can eke out a goal here and play defense, they might get a win here and wreck that perfect record. Is now checking in for the Red Knights, number 22. And in the immediate program, we don't have a number for him, so unfortunately, I don't know him other than a number, and maybe at the end of the day, we're all just numbers. And now that ball comes in. Oh my, nice attempt there by number 21, almost snuck in there and caught Bo Finley asleep. Look at that shot, that is hard to, sometimes the goaltender will bang against that goalpost and let the ball through. So nice play there by Bo Finley, maybe the toughest save tonight, as Muhammad trying to get on the near side, gets knocked out of bounds by Nickelbein, and Muhammad will throw it in. Nickelbein saying, hey, you can't throw it in that far. Now in to throw it in, number 15 for the Orioles is Nicholas Pontezitas. Gets it up to Lanesbury, and now that is number 11 for the Orioles, Alexander Ruiz Shimada. Now to Kanizer, Thomas Kanizer to the far side. As the Orioles are now back in the offensive end, and that is Kwame, number 16 on the far side. His centering pass booted out by defense. Nice play there by the Red Knights, but the Orioles still retain possession. And now here comes Kanizer. to Riley, and his shot is right at Lewis Hyde, who makes another save on the Orioles. Now we're approaching 9 minutes to go here in the match, still tied at 0. And you can feel the tension building as this game winds down, tied at 0. St. Louis Park, no losses, no ties all season long. And now fanning on it and going down, number 7 for the Red Knights. Jason LaRue turns the ball over, and now here comes the Orioles with a corner kick here. 8:44 and counting to go here, second half. Nope, they don't call it a corner kick. They turn the ball over, and now Lewis Hyde will get to punt it off, and that's a controversial call, at least from the crowd's reaction. And there's Lewis Hyde. He's been a busy boy all night long as he boots it down to midfield. Headed there by the Orioles, number 6, Thomas Kanizer. Ball given up to Lanesbury Jr., and we got a little break for them. He gets it over to the right side. And the shot there, stopped by Lewis Hyde, and we'll have a corner kick on the right side with 8:08 to go. And that was Alexander Ruiz-Shimada. Point blank shot, stopped by Hyde once again, and he has just been stellar in nets tonight. Look at that shot and save as he dives to his left, throwing his whole body parallel to the ground, making that save. Now here comes the corner kick. Ball skirts by, and chasing it is Salamzada, all the way up from his defensive position on the offensive side. Salamzada now with it. As he tries to work around, he blows by the defense, comes right in, takes a shot. Oh my goodness, he had some top spin heat on that shot. Just cleared the crossbar by just a little bit. Watch this action, folks, on that ball. Wow. You talk about exit velocity and home runs. How about exit velocity on a shot like that? 7:20 to go now. Lewis Hyde in a familiar position, trying to get some offensive advantage for the Red Knights. Kicks it way down, picked up by Dennison for the Orioles. Fighting for it there is number 22, which we don't have a name for. And oh, look at the nice play there by LaRue. LaRue trying to make something happen from his defensive position. Now Salamzada boots it all the way back down. Look at the strong leg. And oh, it almost goes by Hyde as he came in just a little too closely. That would have been disastrous had that gone over his head. Now the Red Knights now coming up on offense, and now head to 22 as he chases it. Can he keep it in bounds as he's trying? He does keep it in bounds. Chance for the Red Knights now. Now Figueroa with it on the far side. And possession goes to the Red Knights, and we are now less than 6.5 minutes to go. They do play overtime. I think it's 5 minutes aside, and then I don't think they do a shootout and then a tie. So we may be headed to overtime. Let's see what happens. I would say whoever scores next is gonna probably win this match. So it's up for grabs, and now the Orioles have a chance at midfield. Ball attempted to try to get to number 14, Lanesbury, but his counterpart, Bennett Miller, on defense, kicks it away nicely for the Red Knights. Now Figueroa applying pressure. Salamzada gets it up to Kanizer. And kicking it down the field, 21, Sam Siegelhorn keeps the pressure on for the Red Knights in the offensive zone. Now headed there by Lanesbury Jr. and Riley now for the Orioles. He controls the ball to the far side to Kwame, but he's unable to catch up to it. Turnover, and now ball goes to the Red Knights with 5.5 minutes to go in the half. And clock continues to run, a little bit of a delay as it's thrown in by Drew Clark. Now played by Kanizer on the far side, and now coming back to play it is LaRue. Gets it to Sam Siegelhorn, now to Nickelbein. He's being marked by Mohamed. Nickelbein still controlling it, showing great skill there with his dribbling. Now LaRue takes the ball away from both, and Mohamed comes up to tackle it. Ball still in bounds. Now Lanesbury Jr. has it and a chance. And now LaRue comes back. He is playing stellar defense along the line here. Unbelievable play by LaRue. He's leaving it all out there on the field. Now Nickelbein may have gotten away with a push. Now the ball comes back away. Figueroa over to the far side. That is Gillian. His sister had a goal earlier tonight in the women's match, and now he's got a chance. To the far side and intercepted there. Back on defense nicely was number 15, Nicholas Pantazitas. Now Riley, number 10, Nicholas Riley. To the near side, Mohammed on the near side, and that is LaRue on defense. And Riley misplays it, and coming up, Siegel Horn now to Nickelbein. Nickelbein with it. As he leads past to Figueroa, can he control it? Yes, he does. Now to Siegel Horn. Horn now. Nickelbein leads him just a little too far, goes out of bounds. Quick throw in now for Pantazitas as he gets it to Nicholas Riley. Now Riley with it. 3 minutes to go, just under 4 minutes. Now Mohammed. As he tries to get by LaRue, and LaRue, another stellar defensive play by LaRue. What a night he is having on defense, especially in the last 5 minutes along this near sideline. He has dominated on defense, keeping the Orioles away from that net. Now a corner kick coming up.
Nicholas Riley.
Looks like Riley's gonna do the honors, and we're now less than 3.5 minutes to go in the match, still tied at 0. But maybe one of the more exciting matches you'll ever see in high school. Corner kick coming in. Oh my, gets booted out there, and Kwame went down hard, and he is slow to get up in the goal mouth for the Orioles. But Riley now has it, and he still has possession. Nickelbein kicks it out of bounds, and we're under 3 minutes to go. Now Kanizer to Salamzada, who's now come up, and he is a dangerous player, folks. Look out. Oh, and he misplays it, and now it's picked up by Siegel Horn, and his lead pass misses. And now Kanizer to Salamzada. Salamzada behind the back to himself, and he's got some room. Siegel Horn comes over and thwarts him, but Salamzada still maintains possession of the ball. Now Kwame. And Mohammed now. Boy, you can feel the tension. Mohammed in there as he comes in, and it's kicked away. Nice defense by the Red Knights as they keep the ball out of the goal again, and this time Hyde makes another save. Unbelievable. 2 minutes to go here. Possession goes to the Red Knights. Less than 2 minutes to go, clock going in. Hyde kicks it down on the near side, around the 40, bounces there for Figueroa, trying to control it, and he keeps it in bounds. Can he beat the race? And he does. Oh, a nice defense there by number 15, Pantazitas. My goodness, the action is just unbelievable here tonight. Look at that shot, and Hyde had to save it twice, actually. That's how much pace was on that ball. Now clock continues to go, 1.5 minutes to go. Ball in the Oriole zone, clock continues to tick, and we're gonna have a corner kick, and now we're underway, and here it is, and they do a short kick to Nickelbein, and now that's LaRue, blocked by Mohammed. Now Nickelbein tries to control it, taken away by Kanizer. Back to Mohammed. 1:07 to go. Mohammed now being pressured by Nickelbein in that corner. Little cat and mouse game, and the ball goes out of bounds, and the possession remains with the Orioles with 57 seconds. They're gonna try to take one more rush at it here. And here comes Salamzada as he boots it down there. And Siegel Horn heads it right back, but then Mohammed takes over. Now he's got a little room as he crosses midfield. Now to the near side to Nicholas Riley. 41 seconds to go. LaRue on defense. Here comes Riley. He cuts in the middle. And he turns, and is he going to take a shot? He still has possession on the far side. Now he gets it to Fanning on it was Kwame, and now the Red Knights take over. But now intercepted again by the Orioles. 24 seconds to go. Now Dennison. Dennison with it. Still with possession. He boots it towards the goal and out of bounds with 15 seconds. Clock continues to run, and that's probably going to do it here. For the second half, our score is 0, and we're going to be going to overtime here, folks, at Benilde St. Margaret's McQuinn Athletic Complex. This is a great matchup between two Metro West rivals, and there is your whistle. And at the end of 2 halves, we're tied at 0. Come on back for the overtime.
Sometimes there's no do-over. Some things you can't rewind. That's when an extra safety step could mean the difference between a close call and a call to 911. Simple steps save lives. Learn more at poolsafely.gov.
Welcome back to Park TV 16 Sports on location. We are at the McQuinn Athletic Complex at Benilde St. Margaret's, and look at that screen. We are in overtime in this Metro West boys soccer matchup between St. Louis Park and Benilde St. Margaret's. And the perfect season by St. Louis Park is on the line right now. They have gone no losses and no ties. They're 10-0-0. St. Louis Park 4-5, trying to wreck that perfect record tonight. If they can hold on for the tie or sneak out a goal and get a win. We are now in overtime, which means we're going to play 2 5-minute halves, and then it'll be over. No shootout here in boys varsity soccer in Minnesota. Gorgeous night here in late September. Temperature hovering around 70 degrees. We had a little bit of a weather delay in the first half with some lightning in the area. It was determined it wasn't dangerous, and we're about to begin, and that is number 21, Zua, to kick it off for St. Louis Park. They're in white, Benilde's in red. Both these teams, it has been a slugfest to say the least. The Orioles have been dominating on the offensive end, but Benilde has played stellar defense, and that's why we're tied at 0. And we're underway once again here, 2 5-minute halves, and that'll be it. 10-0, St. Louis Park, perfect record on the line as they take possession, and on the far side, that is Sant Petitas. Ball played now in the near corner and out of bounds, and it'll stay possession with the Orioles. And to throw it in there, that is Kwame, and he gets it to Zua. Claude Zua, just a sophomore. Now to Nicholas Riley, one of the leading scorers, and now he gets it to Kanizer, just a sophomore, back to Zua. Zua centering pass, and nobody home there for the Orioles. Ball tried to clear by the Red Knights. Now coming in to play it was Pantazitas, and now has it is the older Kanizer, and he gets to the far side, and that is Melee. Back to Mohammed as he does a reverse pass, trying to get by the defense, takes a shot, and it goes over the crossbar and also wide left out of bounds. Possession will go to the Red Knights as we are in the first half of overtime. As we look at Mohammed, what skill he is showing there. Behind the back dribble. And there is Lewis Hyde, the senior captain, having a stellar night in nets, keeping the score tied at 0 with relentless pressure applied by the Orioles all night long. And here it comes again. Kwame now trying to lead it ahead to Riley, and on defense, there to pick up the pass that went a little too far. Now back at midfield, Pantazitas gives it up to Zat Lawler. Hard to see his number there. Who is that? That is number 11, Ronan Brew. Brew now to Figueroa, and his ball gets in, and that's a rare save having to be made by Bo Finley. And we're under 3 minutes to go in the first 5-minute half of sudden death. No, we don't play sudden death. We play 10 minutes even if somebody scores. It is not sudden death. Okay, now to the near side. Number 4, that is Drew Clark. Clark with it. He gets it over to number 17, and we don't have a name for him either. So 17 and 22, I have no idea who they are. And now a long pass intended for Figueroa, and Figueroa trying to keep possession, and he kind of does briefly. And getting help over there, Ronan Brew. Ball now comes all the way back to the goaltender, Finley. And we're now close to 2 minutes to go in the first 5-minute half. So very short overtime here in high school soccer. Now Mohammed. And ball intercepted by LaRue, who was just stellar in the second half on defense, and he is still continuing that level of play here in the overtime. Now Riley, ahead to Melee. Melee now, crossover dribble, kind of cuts in, and great defense again. And down goes the Red Knight defender, but not before he thwarts that attempt. That was number 14, Bennett Miller, the sophomore on defense. Now ball kicked away by number 17, who I don't have a name for. And now Kanizer. The older one, Andrew, the senior, for the Orioles, and ball goes out of bounds. Possession to the Red Knights, but just 1.5 minutes to go here in the first 5-minute half. Red Knights trying to get the ball up ahead, and they do to Figueroa, and he boots it ahead to the other nameless player, number 22. And now that is number 11, Ronan Brew. And now the lead pass quickly to Melee, and now they're back in the Red Knight zone with 1:08 to go in the first 5-minute overtime. Ball loose, and now on the near side, that is Melee, Randy Melee, and the ball shot attempt goes over the crossbar. That's Melee, number 9. It's hard for me to see the numbers when the players are that far away, and we don't have a spotter here, so if I get it wrong, please forgive me. Now there is Lewis Hyde as he kicks it down, and nobody there for the Red Knights to corral it, or collect it, as they might say. And now the Orioles, with 35 seconds to go in the first 5-minute half of overtime, they'll switch sides when it gets to 0, unless one. And now, wow, look at Knizer just do circles. Centering pass, oh, coming up on defense nicely to thwart that opportunity. That was number 14 again, Bennett Miller. Now, Nickelbein, he runs straight in, and now a push down. And now we got tempers starting to flare. Now Salamzada comes in to join the fray, trying to keep it separate. Number 22 getting into it. The whole team tried, clock stopped with 7.7 seconds left, and you can tell you how much this game matters to both teams in overtime as they run into each other there. And then there's the little push. Nickelbein did come in there a little strong, and then 22 comes over and gives Dennison a little check. All pretty innocent when all's said and done. No one looks hurt. And clock still stopped. And now the referee is walking Dennison over to the sideline, and it looks like he's pleading his case, but he's probably going to get ejected. I don't know if they do a red card or what they call it, but they're going to walk him over as Dennison is going to hit the showers here, it appears to me. And I think there's going to, yep, and here's the card, and that's a yellow card
Number 18.
to number 18, Jovan Dennison, who's been a stellar player on defense. And here's that sequence. Nickelbein comes in, and they do collide, although that was inadvertent. In fact, Nickelbein even tried to hold up Dennison, and then Dennison did give a shove there. And then there's a little thing there. So Dennison, a little push, gets a yellow card. That doesn't eject him from the match, however. I think he might just have to sit for a minute or two. I'm not up on the rules, unfortunately. And there is the discussion going on between the referee and one of the coaches for the Orioles, probably William Chato Alvarado. Well, that's the Benilde coach. I think he's then, excuse me, yeah, thank you, that's right. Yeah, he wanted a red card him out of the match, and I think he just has to be in the cooler for a while. And I don't know if they can substitute him for him or not. I think if it's they can. If it's a red card, though, then they're down a player. But it wasn't a red card, and I've seen very few yellow or red cards in my 3 years of broadcasting high school soccer. So I'm not really up on that. And so the yellow card was given. So I think Dennison might have to sit for a certain period of time, but they can replace him. And now more discussion as the assistant referee. And now, this is interesting. With 7.7, they brought up Lewis Hyde, the goaltender. And there's no goalie, and they have one lone defender back at the 30-yard line, but they're going to try to flood the rink, as they say, flood the box. And they're going to let Lewis Hyde try to hook one in there, and he kicks it off. 7 seconds, clock running, ball sails in there, and it's loose, and it goes out of bounds, and that is the whistle ending the first 5-minute overtime. But what drama here, folks. As we watch that replay, Hyde put it right where it needed to be. That could have been anybody's ball. Nice opportunity there for the Red Knights, but to no avail. And now the sides will switch. And you can see the St. Louis Park Orioles will migrate to the right side of your screen, and we'll have another kickoff. And we're not going to take a break here. We're going to get right after it here. 5 minutes to go here This match started 2.5 hours ago. We had a 25-minute weather delay, and now we are in overtime, tied at 0. If you're just joining us, St. Louis Park is 10-0-0. Their perfect record is on the line here late in the season in this Metro West Conference rivalry. And now, play back underway. Now less than 5 minutes is the Orioles. Now that's Dennison, who just got a yellow card, is now back in the match. Narrowly avoided a red card. Now Siegel Horn with it, number 21. His leading pass down there for the nameless 22, and now Salamzada comes over and takes the ball away for the Orioles, and that's a clean takeaway, no whistle, and the ball stayed in bounds. Now it's heading towards out of bounds, and the Orioles retain possession. 4.5 minutes to go. Thomas Knizer, now taken away by the Red Knights, ball loose, and that is number 12 with it, Owen Nickelbein. Tries to lead it ahead, and now Thomas Salamzada with it. And Dennison boots it down the far right sideline. And it gets by number 11 for the Orioles, Alexander Ruiz-Shimada. Now the Red Knights take possession, 4 minutes to go. And if the score remains tied at 0, it will end at 0. Now on the near side, number 11, Ronan Brew, and he loses possession, much to his chagrin and frustration. Now coming up to throw it in is number 15, Nicholas Pontezides. 3:40 to go in the final overtime. And that is Lanesbury Jr. coming in on the left side, and his centering pass leads too far, and now that is Lewis Hyde, who's just had a stellar night in nets. One of the most exciting 0-0 matches you'll ever see. 3 minutes, 20 seconds to go. And the Knizers both play it. Now on the far side, ball almost comes loose and booted away by number 17 for the Red Knights. Another nameless player that we don't have in our program here, unfortunately. And now headed by the Red Knights. And the ball comes away, and now Siegel Horn plays it. And on the far side, Drew Clark. And the Red Knights now have possession, and that's Siegel Horn in the middle. He looks to the near side, and that is number 7, Jason LaRue. And LaRue goes down hard with a collision with Mohammed, and that draws a whistle. And Jason LaRue, the senior defender, has played magnificently here in the second half. He's given up his body as he comes flying in there. And now a free kick for the Red Knights. 2 minutes, 23 seconds to go. And that is Ronan Brew, and he kicks it all the way towards the goal, and it falls harmlessly to the right. 2:13 to go. And now Thomas Salamzada will kick it off.
Number 10, Hans Backus.
Probably the strongest leg out there on the pitch. And he is taking his sweet time here as they do substitutions, but precious time is ticking away as we're now under 2 minutes in the match, and it will end at the end of overtime. Right here, 1:49 to go. Andrew Knizer over to the far side, and now there's some room for the Orioles, and a leading pass to Lanesbury Jr. Can he catch it in time? And he does. Centering pass, he's unable to save it as it goes behind the goal net, and now 1.5 minutes to go. And the clock really is the nemesis as we look at the replay, and he just couldn't get his balance there, and that's why he was unable to save it. 1:23 to go. Ball skirts by. Oh, almost a chance there for the Red Knights as they put the pressure on. Nice job there by the Red Knights. Number 10, Hans Backus, almost made something happen there. Now Siegel Horn comes up putting the pressure on. Chance for the Red Knights as they slip the ball through. Tried to get it to Figueroa, and it comes back on the near side to Mohammed. 1 minute to go in the match, folks, in overtime. It will end regardless in 1 minute of play. Now, Riley back to Mohammed. They have time here. Now Riley gets by the defender. Now a chance. Lanesbury back to Riley. He comes in from the left side, and another great defensive play. And he kicks it out of bounds. That was number 15, I believe, Platt. Now 36 seconds to go. Great defense there by the Red Knights as they've displayed all night long against a stellar offensive juggernaut like the Orioles. 27 seconds, and that ball goes out of bounds, and I think that's going to do it for this match. 21 seconds, Lewis Hyde has it. He's going to have to kick it really quickly if they have a chance. Ball comes down to the near side, being played there by number 11. That is Ronan Broof. 9 seconds to go. Now picked up by Knizer. Knizer now, he'll get it ahead to Mohammed, but I'm afraid there's just not going to be enough time. 2 seconds, 1 second, and that's going to do it. And that is basically a win for your Benilde St. Margaret Red Knights. And after overtime, your score is 0-0. St. Louis Sparks' perfect record is gone by the wayside as they will walk away from this match 10-0-1. Benilde St. Margaret's 4-5-2. So for Paul Broden, our producer, and everyone connected with Park TV 16 Sports, I'm Robert Christensen. Thanks for listening. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you again.